with everything that the government is doing to slow inflation, and with what the Federal Reserve has done to help increase the mortgage rates, you would assume that home prices are eventually going to either stabilize or prices are going to start to come down. I'm sure it takes some time for this to happen, but should we as homeowners expect our appraised values for our taxes to start to decline? Do you think that that's something that even in the short term that we could look forward to, or is there more to this situation and we shouldn't be expecting that?
I would like to say we should expect values to go down. I would like to say that we could expect some relief in regards to property tax, but the simple fact is that they're not going to go down. They're either going to stabilize and stay the same, or they're going to increase. The reason being is the assessment date in Texas is January 1. They're basing the appraisal of your property as of January 1 on the market, the sales, on commercial buildings, the income, or a cost approach of what it costs to reproduce a building. Come this time, January of next year, 2023, what they will look at is the market. And they're going, if there's a slight decline, they'll sustain the value of the property. If there's an uptick, they're going to increase the value of the property. The only way to ensure that your property value does not continue to rise year over year is to appeal the property tax. That is the only way to put a stop to the bleeding. Otherwise, the property value will continue to increase. I've worked in this industry going on 15 years. And not once have I ever come across an account where the value is lower the next year than it was the year prior.
Oh, wow. So not the answer I was looking for, but probably the right answer. Thanks for shedding a light on that. All right, so I've got another question for you. And we kind of touched on this before. When you think about the legislative changes that could be made to help with this, one thing that sticks is when you talk about how localized the changes are being made. Do you think, are you comfortable stating if you think that that shouldn't be handled locally and that it should be at a state or national level? Or do you think that, no, that part's right, but there should be some tweaks within that model? What is your gut, just as someone in the industry?
Right, and tax reform is something that is constantly brought up at every legislative meeting. Are we going to do away with property tax? The answer always is no, because there's no state income tax. You have to supplement it. Handling it on a more state or national level, I believe, brings uniformity to the process. Going back to education, it's hard to educate yourself on something that's different everywhere. And that can change year over year. So going back to the jurisdictions that can opt into tax relief, they can opt in or out year to year. And so if you do not...
wow, so even within, if you learn this, chances are it's going to change in 2 years.
It could change.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so having a uniform method of tax appraisal as well as collection goes a long way within a state. When you're having it on a local level, there could be driving forces that impact the appraisal of a property, but based only on that local jurisdiction. And so what you see is in the more lower income areas, there are less tax relief because the jurisdictions within that area need tax dollars more.
The tax dollars, yes.
You see on the opposite end, on more affluent neighborhoods, there's additional tax relief because they have supplements of other income for the jurisdictions. And so you can look at simply one school district in, let's say, Alamo Heights, and another school district in Converse, and you can see the gap of how much the jurisdiction is allowing the homeowner to get a break on.
Wow. Hey, thank you guys for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. More videos are on the way.